Okay, well, this is my Denon AVR 588, and well, happy wife, happy life. This is the AV receiver I use in the backyard out by the pool, and well, it's been months ago it quit working, so I had a replacement Sony I threw back there, and it worked for a while, and now it has stopped working as well. The Sony, nowhere near as good of a receiver as this Denon was. This thing is a kick butt receiver. And looking up at the top of this thing, I think because it sits outside, an animal decided to squat on it, is all I can say. So I'm probably going to end up pulling this thing apart and putting some of it in the dishwasher to clean off the fecal matter that's on it, as Johnny Depp says. Anyhow, let's get the top off and take a look at it. But before we do that, let's go ahead and give it some power and just see, does it work? Does it power up? Does it make sparks at this point? Let's make sure we've got 126 volts going into it. It is plugged in. So I've got this plugged into my Variac right here, and we are at, well, 122 on that, and 126 over here. Oh, duh. Helps if you push that in. And it shut down. And we have the blinking light of death. Will it power back on? Is that the big question? Yes, it will power back on. And it shuts down. So it is in the protect mode. Well, let's pop the top off and see what it looks like inside. Can anyone say hantavirus? So, yeah. Just let's zoom in on this thing and take a look. A deep dive as it may be. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Those little test points, especially down there, they're just green crusties everywhere. Look at that corrosion right down there. Don't even want to touch it. So yeah, I think, yeah, I'm going to pull this thing apart, and I'll probably do a pre-rinse on the board just in the sink with maybe a paintbrush. Because, yeah, that's not good. Yeah, I think some animals were nesting on this, quite possibly, as it sat outside. I mean, I do have it way off in the corner, and it is about 1.5 feet below the ceiling, just for ventilation. But I think if I get this thing going, what I'm going to do is just put a muffin fan on here, and then just build a little cover, maybe 1/2 inch above the top, so nobody can get up in here to deposit their fecal matter onto it, as Johnny Depp says once again. So yeah, let's rip this thing apart and try to give it a wash and see if we can make happy music once again. Okay, so I'm going to start by just washing the board with just hot water to begin with. And I do have a paintbrush, but unfortunately it's going to require 2 hands to clean these boards. No, maybe not. Maybe I can do it with 1 hand. So I'm just going to kind of pre-wash these before they go in the dishwasher to remove a lot of the hantavirus. Definitely looks better already. But I still want to go ahead and run this completely through the dishwasher. You've seen me do it before. I'm going to get a lot of you can't wash circuit boards in the dishwasher. No, I've only been doing it for about 30 years, so I think it'll be okay. This one had a lot of corrosion over here on this side. it on the spray mode. Much better, looks better already, but still going to go ahead and wash in the dishwasher just to make sure I get up underneath everything. So now for the main board, the amplifier. Oh, this is going to be nasty. This is going to be nasty. Oh yeah. Okay, put it together right now, it'll be fine. Well, after I dry it, of course. Okay, going in the dishwasher in just a moment. Okay, well, I've got the boards mounted up in the dishwasher the direction I want them to be so they can get the most effective scrub action. And let's go ahead and close this. Oh, missed a spoon. I think it's going to be okay. You know me. Not really too terribly concerned about most stuff. What doesn't kill you only makes you stronger. So I'm going to go ahead and grab a little finish pod. And I think we'll just go ahead and do Pro Wash. No heat. And we'll start it. Okay. And then we'll check back in a couple hours. See what happens. Okay, so I have this thing all back together, and I must say it looks pretty doggone good compared to the way it looked previously. I did wash the majority of the boards in the dishwasher, and then I did go ahead and put them in my oven in the convection mode at 185 degrees, which is equivalent to 85 degrees Celsius, for about 20 minutes just to remove any residual moisture. But what a difference this thing looks like. Remember all the corrosion? There's still a little tiny bit down there I couldn't get off. I should have scrubbed it a little bit better, I guess, but I don't think it's going to be conductive, at least at this point. So I'll have everything back together. The back panel's on, which is a major concern on these units because the back panel actually is a ground plane for a lot of the screws to go in the back. Back here, when you see all these screws and the jack panels and everything, they actually get their ground from the back panel itself. So if you have a loose screw, which is a very common problem in the early to mid 90s on Sony receivers, just a, let me turn this around, just a single screw on one of these jacks will cause the unit to go into protect mode because it does not get its ground. It relies completely on the screws to achieve ground status. Okay, well, the moment of truth. Let's get this thing into view here. Okay, I think that's pretty good. So power has not been applied yet. I do believe I have everything connected. I don't see any stray leads down here whatsoever. Power cord. And I did go ahead and resolder the 3 regulators because those are very problematic on these Denon units, breaking loose from the circuit board. So I went ahead and resoldered those. And then you see the 2 solder blobs down here. That is where the fan is going to attach. That should be a 15 volt source when the unit is turned on. Okay, so here we go. Power on. It does say AV surround receiver. And I did hear the speaker relay click. That is an excellent sign. It did not shut down. So we'll turn it back off. Off. Power back on. Listen to the relays here. Main power relay. and speaker relay clicks. That means it did not detect a DC offset at all. Okay, next I'm going to connect speakers to this unit and we'll listen to see if it actually makes sounds. Okay, MP3 player is connected. Let's hit play on it and it shows that it is playing. Power this unit back on. And this should be in the AV auxiliary input, so I'm going to have to select that. Let's see. Well, that's just the, well, okay. Oh, function. There it is. Source select over here. CD auxiliary. Is that the one? Nope, I don't have any sound there. Video. There it is. Uh-oh. What the heck? It shut down. Is there more wrong? Or do I have a shorted speaker wire somewhere? Turn this down. Well, that's not good. Okay, volume all the way down. Uh-oh. Shoot. Well, this may be a complete failure video then. One moment, please. Well, I'm not sure what was going on there, but let's power this thing back on. Volume's at -30. And according to this, it's working absolutely perfectly. Let's go and switch tracks. I do not know why it shut down. That is odd. Try to get a song with some bass here. Let's go back to, let's see if I can find it here. That one's got some bass. Well, I have no clue why it shut down, but according to this, it's working perfectly at this point. So next I need to make sure I have my polarity correct on these two terminals. You can see the plus that I drew right down there, and that should be the negative. So I'm going to pause the cell phone, and we'll get a voltmeter out here. And we'll measure the voltage. It should be 15 volts. I believe I took it off the 15 volt source. So I'm on DC volts. Turn that down just a bit. So that should be negative right there. And that should be positive 15 volts. No, it's only 12. Okay, well, never mind. It's after the regulator. Okay, well, at least I have the terminals correct. So I do have a fan that I harvested from a Panasonic projection TV back in the day. And I think I'm just going to go ahead and set it about right here and attach it to the vents on the cover. And then I'll just solder the wires down there. We'll have a fan, and then I think I'm going to block off all the other vents. And then probably about a ½ an inch above this unit, I'm going to just build a wooden shelf. So it'll force the air out of the side so no rodents can get up on top of this unit and destroy it once again. Okay, so power off. Let me wake up the soldering iron. Hello, wake up. It goes to sleep after about 20 minutes. One moment while I reattach, well, not but attach those leads. Comments are going to go crazy. You can't wash boards in the dishwasher. Okay, watch me. Hold my beer. Okay, fan has been attached. Let's go and hit the power button, make sure the fan runs. Helps if I turn the power on. Dumb arse. There it goes. Oh, I think that'll be fine. So like I said, I'm just going to mount this basically in this orientation right here. In about the center. Without the leads touching, of course. I left extra leads so that I can kind of just tuck them in back here when I put the top back on it. So we'll set it about right here. I should put it right directly over the heatsink. Or maybe right in the center of the unit, I'm not quite sure. But as long as it dissipates some of the heat, it'll be perfectly fine. Okay, let's mount this fan. So I have the top just loosely on this unit, and I went ahead and added 4 pieces of tape where I want the fan to mount. So basically I want to move it back to there, and then on these 2, move it back to there. So I'm just going to grab some zip ties and zip tie this thing on there, and I think this is going to be good. Okay, fan is mounted. Let's power this unit on. Make sure it doesn't scrape. Oh, it's got a lot of airflow. That's good. Pause the audio. That's all the way. No fan noise in the audio whatsoever. So we're just going to put the screws back in this thing, and I think it's going to be good. Thank you everyone for watching this video to the end. I really do appreciate it. You can follow me on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter at NorCal715. You can email me NorCal715videos@gmail.com. That is the best way to contact me. Please be very, very patient. I have so much going on right now. I haven't answered emails in probably 2 or 3 months. There's so much going on. Trying to get caught up the best I can. Once again, thank you everyone who's made donations to my daughter's GoFundMe page because of the DUI driver that totaled their Chevy Tahoe and they had broken bones. She is able to drive once again. Her husband is not quite ready yet. He's not been released, but he's extremely close. I really appreciate your support, everyone. Thank you so much. It really means a lot to me that you guys have stepped up and helped her so much in this time of need. I really, really appreciate it. Remember, with your help, we can try to keep these things out of the landfill, out of the recycle bin, and out of the e-waste facility. Everyone, once again, thank you so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it. Once again, thank you so much. Bye-bye.